just give me that glimmer of hope, you re-give it to me, the delusional optimism kicks back in, and I'm at 150% again. All right, so we recording?
Yes, sir.
Yep. All right. Well, everybody, welcome to the first episode of the Almost Related podcast.
Episode 0.
Yeah, episode 0. We're
This is
filming
the
this
test.
as a pilot. Oh my god. Filming this one as a sort of a pilot, you know?
We'll try it out. See what
We're
works.
feeling it out. We're testing the waters.
Exactly.
We're just unqualified, and
Underpaid.
you know what? Underpaid. So sorry to everybody that's gonna listen to this one, because I know for a fact that this is gonna be super cringe. You're not gonna love it.
It's gonna be horrible.
Yeah, it's
Get
it's
over
gonna
it.
be fine.
Get over
It's
it.
gonna be fine. We're just having fun. That's all we're doing, is really having fun.
Yeah.
So you can tell I'm kind of nervous because I keep shifting around in my chair.
You just gotta deep breaths. Just wipe the nerves away. Just don't think about it.
Let's do it. We spent about 30 minutes just listening to inspirational videos before this.
We did.
So if we seem inspired, thank you to Defensive Back Motivational Video 2.
It hits home. It really brings you into a good mood.
Anyways, so you might be wondering, why is this podcast called Almost Related?
Who are these guys? Why are they talking?
Who are we? Why should you listen to us? You know what? That last question, we don't really have an answer for.
We're just
But
gonna brush over.
hopefully we can find an answer here in a little bit. Anyways, so why are we named the Almost Related podcast? Want to tell us?
We're almost related because we're almost related. Not technically. It's a long story. Where do we
So
start with that?
We're almost cousins, right?
We're not legally. What?
Through absolutely no law or blood are we actual cousins. But at one point we were. We grew up for the first, what?
10? No, 5.
10,
5 to 10
probably-
years.
yeah, 5 to 10, somewhere in there. First half of our lives, we grew up as cousins. His dad, or his mom, and his stepdad were married. His stepdad is my mom's brother. So that made us cousins through marriage.
Yep.
But then once his stepdad and his mom got divorced, we were no longer related any what way, but we had grown up as cousins. So we knew each other. We've always called each other our cousins, but we are not actually related at all.
Almost.
So it's just almost.
I'm,
Anyways, so you go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell the people what this is all about.
I'm Braxton. I'm here by force. I'm reading a script. Oh, don't say that. I'm just here to have fun. Just hang out. I am here to hang out. You should really work on your handwriting.
It's
Why-
not the best.
Why don't you just type it?
Some would say that I have handwriting of a cop.
Yeah, it's like a doctor's signature. I can't read this. But I'm just here to have fun. Just talk. Just hang out. Talk about some stories. Talk about some stuff we've seen going on right now. Just whatever we're feeling. Whatever vibes with us. Why are you here?
Tell you what, it's this podcast is gonna get jumpy. We're probably gonna talk about a whole different whole range of topics. It's not going to be any one thing every single
No.
time, so you're going to be pulling straws each time you want to tune in,
Yeah.
which is hopefully every week. We're really trying to get at least one episode out every week or so. Sometimes life happens, so we're just going to end up being a little bit longer, but
We'll get
excuse
consistent.
me. But yeah, we're going to be talking about, I don't know, things we think are funny because we think that we're pretty funny, or at least Braxton does. And
Yeah.
yeah, we're just gonna talk about that. I mean, we're not gonna get too crazy. Like, we're not gonna really probably talk about drugs or partying, sex, stuff like that. But any like normal things that we think are just pretty funny,
We're
or
just going
stories
to
that we come across, experiences we have in each day. And
yeah.
I tend to get motivational sometimes. So
Motivational. You keep talking. I eventually will fall asleep if you do hear snoring. That is 100% because I am unconscious at that moment. I
yeah,
fell asleep.
you could say I have a bit of an issue. Sometimes I talk too much.
You got a big mouth.
My teachers didn't necessarily tell me that in school. I was a pretty good student, but tell you what, just about every one of my friends, if you ask them, I talk a lot. But anyways, that's kind of what our podcast is going to be about. As for me, I'm Tegan. Everybody calls me Tigo, so
Go.
that's how I'm just going to introduce myself. I'm Tigo. I'm Braxton's older cousin. That's right. That's what's up. I'm the captain of this ship.
I am the captain. Yeah, you are. Not
No
by choice.
chance. No chance. I think this was all Braxton's idea, so if this goes
No,
bad, it was on him.
I
But
did.
if it was good, it's on me, baby.
Hey, that's true. You did
That's
this.
that's
This
it. I'm
was.
just getting ready to be the boss at work. You know what I mean? So if anything goes bad, it's on you. If it goes good, it's on me.
Aye, aye, captain.
Anyways, well, I mean that's a little bit about us. I'm sure you're gonna learn some more about us as time goes on, as we share more stories, as we become more comfortable, as we get less cringe, as we kind of develop our characters, as you're not thinking we're forcing it as much, and we're, you know, hopefully a little bit funnier.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Braxton was telling me about this the other day. I want to bring this up because I thought it was hilarious. Tell, it's it's almost so absurd that it may not be worth talking about. But tell me,
Okay.
you came to me with a theory. Jesus was a time traveler.
Yeah, so I was just working away, work at a body shop. So I'm just sitting there sanding away, just sanding away. My mind's running. Something in the background passes by. I'm like,
Inhaling fumes, might we add.
paint dust, fumes.
There's tons of paint in the air that could have contributed.
It's 95 in the shop. I'm sweating, probably dehydrated, but I was just sitting there thinking, thoughts are running by. I saw one and I caught it. I was like, let me look at this. Get a little closer look at it. And I was like, what if Jesus was just a time traveler? Like some guy in the far future when time travel's a thing. He's like, okay, well the past kind of sucked. I feel like a loser. I want to go back in time and just be a god. God himself. I want to be the son of God. I'm going to be in charge. I'm going to make these people believe me. I'm going to take some of my fancy future magic stuff, take it back there, make them believe that I'm a god, and see what I can do with this. So he travels back. He goes back in
So
time.
wait, are you telling me that he convinced them that he's a god because he studied the history and knew what was going to happen so he could kind of like predict the future? Or he brought technology back with him so as things came upon him that he was able to uh, guess it, like that he could solve any problem in a way that people thought it was godly power.
Yeah, so he took a little bit of the past because if you go into the past, if you time travel back and you change something, it's going to change the future. That's just how it works.
Yeah,
So
that's how it works in every movie for sure.
yeah, that's how the movies work. So that's how real life works. Don't question it. You just go by your day. But yeah, he saw like the past, and it's like a rough outline of what might happen, what will probably happen. So he's like, I'll just kind of follow along this line, just roughly enough that I don't screw anything up. I'm not gonna just take this massive nuclear weapon and just drop it and see what happens, because then the world's gonna end. He's just like, I'm just gonna just scratch the surface of changing history. So he goes back in time, takes some of his magical gadgets and stuff, and by this time they're like in his
Magical,
body. Yeah,
magical gadgets like food dye.
yeah,
So
food
when
dye.
he turned clear water into purple wine,
Yeah,
that everybody
it's just
they
Neo
just
drops.
he took Neo.
He took stuff like that and just did these little miracles, what everybody thought at the time, because they're like swinging rocks against rocks to make fire, kind of type stuff. But he's like, I'm gonna convince these people I'm just above average. But that was the theory. Some guy in the future went back in time and
So, so
said he was Jesus.
I'm imagining. What do you think that the people in the future, when he returned, what do you think that they thought of him? Like, dude, you look a lot more alike to these pictures than we thought. So
Like,
that's the second coming.
yeah,
You
he's
look
back.
exactly like these pictures that they painted of you.
That's what the
You
second
look
coming is. It's just him coming back from the past. That's all it
back to the
is.
future, baby.
Good movie.
So I bet you somebody had this same idea, nearly identical, but not the same context back in 1980 or whenever Back to the Future was made.
Yeah.
And so yeah, Braxton just re came up with somebody else's idea. Unfortunately, I believe you're probably wrong, but it was entertaining for you to tell me.
It was just a
I,
thought.
I I had a good time listening to it.
Yeah, no, that
But
was a rabbit hole I could not get out of for about 2 days. Just thinking. How did he do it?
well, that's fair enough. Speaking of a rabbit hole,
Yeah.
you know what I did the other day?
What'd you do?
I waxed my nose. Now that's a couple of rabbit holes that were gnarly.
Those things were just covered.
So they were overgrown, right? Now, if you ever heard an ad for Manscaped, they'll tell you you want these hedges trimmed,
You want them trimmed back.
and my hedges were indeed not trimmed.
They were in need of service.
So I
This is
feel like I'm
painful.
gonna sneeze. What's
You
painful?
just the thought of sticking that up there and just
Oh.
yanking every part of your
Oh,
nose
oh.
out.
Let me tell you, it's not as painful as what you might think. In the way that you think, it's not that painful. Dude, I honestly thought you were talking about the podcast, saying that the podcast is painful. I was like, all right, dude, like, you're fired then. We'll find somebody else.
I'll put my 2 weeks in.
That's
No,
fine.
waxing your nose. But yeah, this is painful. But yeah, waxing your nose. Did it like what did it feel like? What was the sensation? What was your nose saying?
So I'm telling you, right? So I'm sitting on the toilet, okay? Not like toilet seats down. It's as normal. I have my clothes on, how they should
Mostly.
be. And my girlfriend's helping me. So
Okay.
we're heating up the wax. We're twirling it around. Used a makeup brush because we didn't have any of the little
You could use a
doctor
Q-tip.
sticks. The little doctor sticks. What are they called? The little
The tongue
you say
sticks.
ah.
Yeah, the tongue
Yeah,
sticks.
yeah, the tongue depressors. We didn't have any of those.
Yeah.
So I didn't think of using a Q-tip. Now that you say that's a pretty good idea.
Isn't that what like you normally do? Because it's like
I
this,
no, dude. I've never waxed my nose before. What do you think?
you're
I watched
rookie.
I watched one YouTube video and all they used was tongue dispensers. So I came up with my own idea.
Tongue depressor.
Yeah, we'll skip over that one. Anyways, so, I'd say I have the opposite form of dyslexia.
Just stupid.
I can read just fine. When I get talking quick enough, words come out that I probably just created myself.
They're made
You ever
up.
tried to you ever tried to create a word?
How would you do that? Isn't
Yeah,
that what Elon
that's what I'm
Musk did to his kid?
It's like trying to think of a new color. Now that's gonna mess you up for
Oh,
next week.
stop.
Just try to think. Next time you're sanding, you know what? You're huffing some paint fumes. Try thinking of a new color. I've seen a new color. It doesn't exist. Straight up, I'll tell you what. So,
What color
for
is
anybody
it?
that I can't describe it to you. I don't know. I barely even remember what it was like now because I, saw it for a couple seconds, if that.
Huh.
But for anybody that knows me, I wakeboard. Don't worry, we're gonna get back to this nose waxing story, but I wakeboard a lot. I also probably have ADHD. Well, you'll
You'll find out.
find that out at some point in time. I
Probably
talk
the first 30 seconds of this, but
I talk too much and get way off topic too easily. So
Yep.
I was wakeboarding, and there's a video of it. It's on TikTok. If you can find it, you can watch it. But I jumped and I was gonna do a Superman. Basically, you get about, I don't know, you're probably 10, 15 feet in the air.
are you going
The
across
boat's
the wakes?
Yeah, so you cut in as hard as you can, you jump the wake, and you lay out into a Superman position.
Oh, okay.
And you go to pull it back in, land on the board, that's cool. You cover about a span of 45 feet when you do it,
Oh,
maybe 30 feet. Totally just guessing. Like, I was probably extremely wrong when I said that, but
it's fine.
you you span like 45 feet, and you're like 15 feet in the air. So I'm laid out flat, like just full commitment. I go to bring it back in.
Okay.
I'm not bringing this back in. Still full committed. I rode it to the ground. I wore that
Just
until I
flat?
hit the water. So I started coming. I started leveling back out, and my edge hit the water first. So it was like
Oh,
diving me down into the
so
water.
it's scooped.
And so it scooped me and slammed me so hard.
Oh no.
This was back before I wore a helmet.
That
this is
explains a lot.
I think this is the reason that I wear a helmet now. Anyways, for the first couple seconds I was seeing stars. Then it was like I was seeing a kaleidoscope, and then all of a sudden I saw this like new color. And there's probably a couple flashes of new colors. I've never seen them before. Maybe just new mixtures of certain colors where I had my eyes closed that it was just brand new. Indescribable. I can't describe it. I really can't picture it in my head because it's not a thing. So maybe I just really just got a concussion.
Yeah, I think it's when you blacked out.
No, I didn't black out. I never passed out. I was face down in the water, so I would have freaking sucked in water. So I never passed out. I popped delirious a little bit. And for the rest of the day, this is how I know I probably had a concussion. I was pissed off for no reason.
Just
I was just
angry.
pissed at everybody. Doesn't matter if you were my friend, if you were my sibling, if you were my parents. You talk to me, and I just got upset at you. Like, shut up, stop talking to me.
Don't say anything.
And yeah, I really don't know why.
Huh.
Anyways,
How did we get
speaking
here?
of, yeah, so you're supposed to think of a new color when you're at work today. It's like coming up with a new word.
Okay.
I don't know how we got onto that, but yeah, those are your two tasks. If you're listening to this right now, think of a new word, drop it in the comments. And if I swear to you, if it's something like Sugma, I'll probably like the comment and just keep scrolling.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I was getting my nose waxed. And as I was sitting there, like, sitting on the toilet, you heat the wax up. You put it on the end of the makeup brush because I obviously didn't have a tongue dispenser. And the presser, I didn't have a tongue depressor.
Wigging out.
Put it in my nose. And
Did you use the
pull it
same
out.
brush for both sides?
Yeah, so I'd have to end up scraping it off. I scraped all the wax off with a knife each time.
Oh, I thought
Wash
you were
it off.
double dipping.
No. I washed it off best I could.
Oh, okay.
Because probably what would hurt worse than getting all your nose hairs ripped out is sticking extra nose hairs on to the inside of your nose with old wax. Like, that in my head probably hurt a little bit worse, so I made sure to clean it off.
Okay, that's fair.
Waxed my nose. Honestly, it didn't hurt at all. Like, zero pain. Pulled it out. But then I could breathe pretty well. And then I probably chose the wrong time of the year to do this because it's allergy season. My allergies were so bad for the next till now. It's probably been 2 months.
Oh,
No chance. It's probably
it's
been
been
what?
like it's like a month.
3 weeks. Three
Yeah,
weeks. Yeah, maybe a month. I was
yeah.
totally wrong on that. It's been a month, and I can't stop sneezing. Literally, I just barely almost sneezed, but I held it in. But every hour or two, I'll sneeze 4 times. Like that's not my normal amount of sneezing. It's probably okay, but just whatever pollen is in the air or whatever what is making me have allergies is in the air is making me sneeze 15 times as normal as much as normal.
Well, why? Let's explain why you think your nose is clogged. It's kind of written on your shirt. So you want to just explain why and what's
Well,
all up in there?
no, so this isn't the reason that my nose is clogged. I work in construction. I cut concrete, and with that being said, I'm around a lot of concrete dust. I try my very hardest not to breathe it in because it's not good for you. So I use a lot of water with the concrete dust. Do it very safely. I wear a dust mask a lot of times, but just every once in a while, your nose hair it's does what it's supposed to do. It's just your natural filtration system for your lungs, and so a lot of times I just have dust in my nose hair. And so it
Yeah.
came to the point where all my friends were making fun of me. Dude, you have boogers all the time. Dude, your nose just looks gross. So I got self-conscious and decided
I gotta do
that
this.
I had needed to bring matters into my own hands, wax my nose with a makeup brush in my girlfriend's bathroom. It was probably 10 p.m. on a Tuesday. Like, this is not a good idea.
Where
Well,
did this
now that,
idea come from? Just because you were self conscious?
yeah, people kept making fun of me, especially my brother Trey. Dude, he made fun of me so hard I got sad, like legitimately sad. He's like, dude, you are disgusting. You always have boogers, and it's gross.
What was the last straw? What tipped the iceberg?
That's what. That's what we were driving. Like we were everybody together. Like, I mean, everybody together was probably me, my brother, younger brother Trey, and my youngest brother Talon, and my dad. So it's probably us four in the truck. And Trey goes, dude, yeah, Tegan always has boogers. He's gross, dude. He just looks like dirty all the time. And that hurt my feelings.
That
I
was
kind of hurt my feelings. So I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm
that's
taking this into my own hands. I'm waxing my nose.
that's right where you
So I waxed my
snapped.
nose. And then just that filtration system that your nose naturally builds up over time was no longer there. So the slightest little hint of sawdust in the air, a little bit of dirt, you kick dirt into the air, I walk through that little cloud, I'm sneezing for the next 10 minutes straight.
Oh
So,
no.
yeah, I cleared it out. But the reason that my nose is clogged, contrary to popular belief, this is not because of COVID. I do not have much of a sense of smell or taste. It's a bland life I live. Salt is the most spicy thing I can taste.
And I'm like a
Ooh,
hot sauce
fail joke, fail
connoisseur.
joke, fail joke. What?
I said I'm like a hot sauce connoisseur. I
No,
have like a cabinet full of it.
I actually really enjoy hot sauce as well. I really enjoy spicy things because it's the only thing that brings, flavor into my life nowadays.
It's
But also,
sad.
on the boat, I was probably 16, 17. My friend Cole, my best buddy. This dude is 6'4", probably in the 200s. He's giant.
He's a
He's
big
big.
guy.
And he's been big. Like, he grew a beard in 7th grade. Like, this kid is Bigfoot.
Yeah,
And
like
he's got a
you'd see him walking through the halls and stuff, and you just thought this guy was a teacher. You're like,
You're like, oh, are we get a new substitute teacher? He's just
nope.
walking around with a backpack on?
He's a big guy.
Kind of weird that he likes talking to kids, but...
He's
All
really
right, I guess.
friendly.
See, I'm talking to this girl over here, so I think
This
we should
little
call the authorities.
weird.
Yeah, dude, he wears like a size 13. So he's got a big foot.
You know what that means?
Well, me and him Yeah, small hands, man. Big feet, small hands.
Big
You know what I mean?
socks.
Big socks. We uh we were behind the boat again. We were on the tube. This is the last time I've ever gotten on a tube
When was
behind the
this?
boat.
How long ago?
This is probably I think it was 2017, so we were probably 17.
Okay.
And he it was just us two. We were on a four-man tube. He was on the far left side. I was on the far right side.
Okay.
We had good 2.5 feet of space between us because two dudes in the hot tub sitting 5 feet away. You know what I
Not
mean?
gay.
But we we're on the tube. Well, we get whipped around this corner, and his head touches the water. However that managed to happen, his head touches the water. It rips him out of the tube, and his giant freaking Bigfoot hits me right in the nose. I don't know if you can tell, but
It's.
it's pretty straight, honestly.
I don't think
But
so.
I I can't breathe that well out of it. I don't know if this is like cause for surgery. Like I should have just gone in and gotten surgery. Like
Destroyed all of that.
I'm just complaining about something that's super easily fixed. Like nah, I'm just kidding. That's not a good joke to make. But I
Hold it back.
I we'll see. That's some future talk right there. But
We'll get it.
yes, I get kicked in the face, bloody nose, first bloody nose I've ever had in my entire life, and I no longer can breathe that well out of my nose. I can't really smell that good. And then over the next 5 years, taste has gone iffy. Like I can taste pretty good, but once COVID hit, everybody losing their sense of taste and smell, whatever. I'm pretty sure that's fake, just because
Fake
I,
news.
I already didn't have it. So it's either I got to be happy, preying on people's downfalls so that they're like me, or I just don't believe them. Well, yeah. So as you can tell by now,
You talk.
I talk a lot.
Well, your thing with your taste, like your taste and your smell and stuff like that, I think it's just a case of like mass hysteria. Did you ever hear the story in China? There was an episode of Pokemon that aired that had like these flashing lights that caused some small kids to have seizures and stuff, or like some reaction to it because of the flashing light. And it was only for like, I think I watched the clip and it was only for like 5-6 seconds at a time, but it caused a couple kids to get those seizures and all those
like you're talking
problems.
about like epilepsy?
Yeah, like epilepsy. So it just pops
Okay.
up on the screen, just certain flashing lights cause some of the not a majority, but some of the kids to have those reactions to it. But then they would bring it to school and say, yeah, I had a seizure, blah, blah, blah. I had this reaction. And then more kids started having it. And it blew up. And the news took off with it. So then these kids from other places are seeing it. Like, oh, all these kids are having these problems with this episode of Pokemon. And it just spread like a wildfire. So there was only like 2,000 actual cases of the seizures and the reaction to the epilepsy. And then it went to like 300,000 people just in a week. But it didn't happen right away. It's just mass hysteria. And I think that's mostly what all like the I can't taste, I can't smell. You just hear everybody saying it. So it kind of just spreads more and more.
Mind is powerful.
Yeah.
Like it's like a placebo.
Yeah.
You ever taken? When I was a little kid, so I sprained my ankle one time, right? Sprained it. I probably jumped out of a tree because I was the
Stupid.
dumbest kid alive. I jumped out of like a 12-foot tree. I was
Makes
literally
sense.
3 feet tall, so I launched out of this tree. Sprained my ankle. We were camping, and as we were going on this hike, I'm limping and like my ankle's swollen. I guess my parents were tough on me.
Yeah,
I
I
was
could.
still
You could
like
say
just
that.
told, "Hey, shut up, keep walking."
Yeah.
All right, cool. Maybe tough today, so that's cool with me.
Walk it
But
off.
my dad told me, "Hey, there's this secret Indian medicine, right?" And he picked a piece of grass from the ground, like it was just a long piece of grass. And he washed it off with his water
What a
bottle.
clown.
And he goes, "Okay, if you chew on this and like spit it out, don't swallow. like your spit or whatever, and like we don't don't freak out. Like this was just a regular, just long blade of grass. It was not something dangerous, whatever. Friggin' retards. But he said it was. He's like, yeah, this is an Indian medicine. You chew on this and you spit out that spit, your ankle will feel better.
Oh,
And
okay.
so I have myself convinced in my head, if I chew on this piece of grass, I will have my ankle feel better. You know what happened? My ankle felt better. I didn't take any medicine. I didn't do whatever. Still swollen.
It's up
Like
here.
it was definitely messed up. But your mind is powerful.
It controls everything, and it's like, yeah, you're not really hurt. You're fine. It's like adrenaline kicks in. Like anything happens, you break a bone, or you, like if somebody gets shot, they don't feel it right away, even though there's a gaping hole in them, because the adrenaline kicks in, and your brain says, "Okay, let's calm down. Let's think
Let's
about
take
this.
a.
It hurts. Yes, I see that. Just blaring red lights inside your brain, but it's like, calm down. 1 second. Okay, yeah, it hurts." But you can
Yeah.
control that. Like you did that with the grass and
It's
old
just a
Eddie boy.
placebo.
Yeah.
They've done tons of tests on it and stuff like that. And placebos, I don't actually know. I didn't plan on talking about this, so I didn't actually look any of this up, and I haven't heard it for a really long time, so I couldn't be 100% sure. But I'm pretty sure in most trials with most drugs, the placebo works just as well as the drug does because people don't know that they're not taking a regular drug. It's just a sugar pill or something like that.
Yeah.
And it works really well. And it's just the power of your mind when you believe, yep, this is going to fix me. This is all I need, so this is going to fix me. And I think that that's like, your power of your mind. That's where people get messed up when you get, stress and anxiety and you can't manage it and it's a mental issue and you need like problems, like you need help with it, but you don't get any and your mind starts to convince itself, I'm having a heart attack.
Yep.
I'm having this, and then all of a sudden you start to have all these crazy health issues. Oh, I think that a lot of times, it's caused by living unhealthily.
Yeah.
But
Bad
also at the same time,
lifestyle.
your mind plays a huge part into it.
Yeah.
Having a positive mindset or a solution that you think is going to work. This works. Like
Yeah.
I got told this works, so this works. And as you have that, it makes certain things a lot better.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you know those things are always the end all be all to everything,
Yeah.
but
It
it
doesn't fix
is.
everything. But if you're on the edge of, okay, I'm going to die or I'm going to live, you're sitting on that edge. If you think, yeah, I'm going to die, you just think negative and all the bad stuff and it's going to hit you, you fly off that edge. But if you're right on that tipping point, you're like, no, I should be good. I can fix this. I'm stronger. And you can fight and you tip the scale and you're okay because you made yourself okay. You've got a
Yep.
lot of wisdom on brain power, and we'll be sharing that within the next couple of episodes for however
Let's
long we do this.
let's clear this up. Let's clear this up. I don't like. I'm sure if when this blows up, I'm gonna say when because it's brain power. You put that out there, it's gonna happen. So when this blows up and people are starting to listen to this, they're gonna call me an idiot.
Yep.
Guaranteed. You're gonna call me an idiot, and I am for sure an idiot.
I
But
call you an idiot, but
I'm an idiot. But appreciate the compliment. Keep going. Sorry. Just had to take your moment.
no,
You
you're
just talk a lot.
yeah, no, it's good, but yeah, no, you got a lot of wisdom. We can put it in quotes, but you got a lot of talking to do about brain power, and we'll
That's
get
true.
to it, and we'll talk a little bit more about, like we said, more stories and stuff. But we've been recording for quite a while now, and I think we could probably wrap up the end of the first pilot episode. How are you feeling with this?
No, I feel great. The problem is, it doesn't feel like we've been going for that long.
We've been going for quite a while. I
So,
think
so
it's
since,
been.
because we accidentally, well, we didn't accidentally record. We started recording to kind of get things figured out. And so since we kind of decided that this is where we're gonna cut and start, do you know how long that was? Because I'm pretty sure it was at like 110. So we're like 30 something
Yeah, 30
minutes.
minutes. We've been going for 40-ish. So, yeah, it's been a good talk.
All right. Well, if we're about to call this, I have one question for you.
Okay, another 30 minutes. Let's do this.
No, 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 no. I'll try to keep this short, right?
Keep this to 25 minutes. We got it. Let's do this. Hit me.
Okay. Okay. Would you rather only be able to go out and get food at nighttime? Or would you rather have to be eating something for the entire time that it's daytime every day? If that makes sense.
So morning through till like sunset. So sun comes up, you have to start eating. Like at least something.
We'll separate it into light and dark. So as soon as the sun's up to as soon as the sun is down, you have to be eating something every 20 minutes. I mean, you can take a break, but like it's got to be like, one Skittle. There we go. Every 20 minutes, I got to pop that Skittle. Or
diabetes would kick in so fast.
You're going to eat 15 packets of Skittles a week.
Yeah, at least. Because how many 20-minute segments are there in a day?
Well, it sums up. We'll use our time right now in Idaho right now. Sun raises at like 6 just about, and then it sets at like 9:30. Mm-hmm. So you're at like what's that, 15 and a half hours of light?
Yeah.
So 15 and a half, whatever that is. So 15.
We'll just go 15 divided by 5 or times 5 because you have 5 segments of 20 or 4 segments of 20. So 15 times 4. So it is 60.
It's only
you have
3,
to pop.
Dude.
What?
Yeah, 20 times 3 is 60. We're both idiots. This is cementing us as idiots.
Yes, stupid.
Anyway, so this is really helping out your opinion.
Oh gosh, my math.
People are for sure gonna side with you.
It is definitely 1 o'clock.
Anyways, yeah, so 15 times by 3.
So 45.
Yep.
That math's correct. So you'd be popping 45 Skittles a day.
And that's not actually that bad. That's probably 1 pack. Maybe 2.
That's not bad.
That's actually a ton, bro. You give that 365, dude, you're like 700 packets of Skittles down in a year.
You're gonna be a Skittle.
I mean, it doesn't have to be Skittles. I just threw that out. Like, I mean,
no.
You can toss down a chip. You toss down 1 grain of rice, I guess. But you have to be eating something.
Code.
No, let's bump it up 10 minutes.
10 minutes. So
every 10 minutes. Or you have to wait till it's dark. You have to go find a grocery store that's open. If like they close, like Walmart, I think closes at what, like 11?
Yeah.
So you have to find one that's open. You have to be able to get there before 11. You have to cook at nighttime. You have to eat all your meals for the whole day. Eat enough calories that's going to get you through the day at nighttime. And then still, you're going to run into the problem of having to try to go to sleep. Or are you going to
sleep during the day?
Well, like, you got a job. You got to go to work during the day. Like, you're living your normal life, bro.
It's true. Gosh. But then you'd have to wake up and eat.
So, are we just kind of describing somebody with, like, type 1 diabetes?
I think so.
Don't they have to, like, eat something
you have
sugary?
to keep your sugar up.
Keep your blood sugar up? And I don't know how often that is. It's probably varies.
Yeah.
So it's either would you rather have type 1 diabetes or eat at nighttime?
Eat at nighttime. I eat at nighttime mostly anyways.
I think that was extremely insensitive. People are going to come for that, but it's fine. It's fine.
Hey, you're okay.
It's
going to get better.
It's going to be all right.
Just keep eating those Skittles.
You will. I mean, hey, more power to you because I would choose nighttime. So you guys are living my worst nightmare.
That made it much better. No, but I feel like eating at night's better.
Nah, dude.
Like midnight munchies?
Maybe. You ever get hungry during the day, though?
No.
I don't really get hungry at like nighttime all the time. Like if I go to sleep, I'm asleep till I wake up.
Yeah.
I get hungry throughout the day all the time though.
I get hungry at like 10 o'clock.
All right, that was kind of dumb. Would you rather cut off your hand or your leg?
Gotta go with the leg. Wheelchairs are tight.
Leg at the hip.
Leg at the hip, yeah.
Really? Why?
Wheelchairs are tight.
Bro, I was a wheelchair.
Yeah.
I'm rocking a 6-foot peg leg.
Yeah. Dude, I was at a car show the other day, and this guy just rolls past us, and I was like, "That's a cool wheelchair." Take a double take. This guy's got tracks. No, he's got tracks. He had like a little tank, and he's just sitting there just buzzing through this car show. And it's got like mud on the tracks and in the wheels and stuff, just mud and grass and dirt and stuff. I was like, this guy's been mud bogging in his wheelchair.
That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. I'd get behind that.
And like the guy off Nitro Circus, he's paralyzed from the waist
Wheels,
down.
yeah.
Wheels is cool. But like
Aaron Wheels.
Yeah.
Plug him up real quick for all 6 people that are gonna listen to this episode.
Yeah. Gotta get those extra 6 people to him. That'll be $1.
Sure, everybody that is gonna listen to this knows who he is. So
they're like, who are these guys? Why do they think they're helping Aaron out?
Wheelchairs are cool, but like my uncle, he has a wheelchair, and it's just kind of difficult. Like he's paralyzed though, so like, he can't feel when he needs to go to the bathroom, and stuff like that. So he has to use catheters.
Jeez, which uncle? Is this?
So it's actually my uncle Damon. It's my dad's brother.
Okay.
He actually did pass away a couple years ago, but
I feel for you.
But it's not.
Much love.
It's all right. He'd rather have us be happy talking about him than be sad thinking about him.
He's tight. This guy was on wheels, bro.
You know, he was sick. But I do know that him being in a wheelchair, it hindered a lot of things. You just think about it. Like, how many times you gotta go upstairs a day? And not every stairs has handicap access to be able to wheel up it. But you know how many times I use this left hand? Probably about as many times I use my right hand, so I can just use my right hand double.
And your arm's gonna get tired.
Yeah, true, but it's gonna be jacked. I just get a hook. I just rock a hook on my left hand.
No, it has to be at the shoulder. Because if it's leg at the hip, it's
leg at the hip. Leg at the hip, or just your wrist, like your hand at the wrist.
Oh, if it's just a wrist, yeah. That's like losing your ankle.
No, yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like losing your leg below the knee, it would still suck. Don't get me wrong, but it wouldn't be as bad as losing your hand. So you got to make it just as bad. Leg at the hip, or
mid hip,
hand,
like your thigh, middle thigh.
Yeah, like thigh. Like you could still wear a prosthetic if you wanted to. Like that's probably what I'd end up doing if we're being honest.
Yeah.
But or hand at the wrist, so you got no more thumb. Like that's what sets us apart from
everything.
Sloths. Do sloths have opposable thumbs? I think they might.
I think they might, because how they grab branches and stuff.
Lizards, spiders.
Well, lizards got their hands are goofy.
All right, I'm trying to think. An elephant doesn't have opposable thumbs.
Dogs.
Cats. Dogs.
Fish.
Cats. Yeah, fish. Idiots don't have opposable thumbs. Freaking stupid fish.
Dude, they don't have legs or arms. Imagine.
That's true.
But they can be underwater for forever, you know?
They have to be underwater.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We can't. That's tight.
Well, that'll probably do it. The conversation got a little bit dry, but
I think you swapped me. I think I gotta go with hand. Cause then you can get one of those robo hands they're making now.
No chance, dude. I think I'd still have to go with leg.
I think hand.
I think I'd have to go with you know how many times I really do try to wash your head with a robo hand. Scrub your head with shampoo.
Take the hand off and rub it with your nub.
Or you gotta have one hand to grab the shampoo, one to open the lid, you pour into the other hand. Certain little things are just gonna be a lot worse. Try shaving.
Pump.
Shave your face with one hand. Put the shaving cream on. Wash it off, but you're gonna get shaving cream all over the sink. Try, turn the faucet on. You wash your hand off. Sit there, shave it. Unless you're a weirdo, do you shave in the shower? Your face?
No,
Oh, good.
because then I can't see it.
You
Then you
shave
get
your,
out. I've tried it once just to try it.
if
And
you
I got
shave
out
your
and I was
face in
like,
the shower, we
whoa.
can't be friends.
I was like, I missed a lot.
Yeah. Well, I've actually resorted to not shaving. Don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm rocking the old muzzy. Saw Top Gun once.
Looking a
Saw
little
Top
ghetto.
Gun once. Now I'm rocking a mustache.
Ah, oh,
Should be
goose.
wearing the aviators right now.
Yep.
Honestly.
Dang it. Well,
So,
yeah, I think it was a good talk.
yeah, that's probably gonna do it for us. Go ahead and just, you know, speaking of Dell.
Thank you for being here.
Tell us what you want us to know. I mean, how we can improve. We'll take feedback. Please
Just fill the
have it be-
comments with just Tegan. Shut up.
yeah,
Shut
just
up,
make
shut
it hate. Just hate on Tigo.
Just put hate crimes in the comments. That's it.
No.
Yeah. Well.
Well, yeah, you know what? On second thought, just hate crimes all committed against me. That's fine.
Against Tegan. Fair enough.
Just me. Not any sort of race.
Not
community.
somebody with the name Tegan. Just
Yeah, no,
you.
just me.
This.
The host.
Yeah. Exactly.
One half of, almost being related to each other.
One half of a pair.
But yeah, just go ahead and leave us your thoughts, your comments, whether it sucked, it was okay. We'd appreciate to hear it, and we're gonna try to improve on each and every one. So
Try to
that
change
being
it up.
said, yeah, well, we're gonna totally try to change it up. Maybe toss a couple different formats in there. Maybe toss a little bit more inspirational, less inspirational, more funny, less funny.
Do you want
I'm
Tegan
sure-
to freestyle?
Absolutely not.
It
But
has to happen.
okay, here's the deal. We can get 5,000 people
Mm-hmm.
at 5,000 subscribers.
5000
Zero. 5 million. Yeah, so 5,000 subscribers. I'll freestyle.
You'll free. Oh.
Freestyle that's
a
written
big
down
deal.
on my phone where you guys can't see it. But
Yeah, you'll just
what I
set
mean,
it
like,
up here.
I'll just, you can't even see my phone right here. I'm holding
like-
it right in front of the camera.
Like, why are you looking at? What are you looking at? Just.
I'm literally looking at the screen, dude.
Your eyes bouncing back and forth.
I know people are probably gonna talk about, or maybe it doesn't matter, but I have an issue with looking up right at my camera,
It's kind of weird.
where my screen and myself and Braxton, we're over here, and so
Yeah, so
I'm
you'll see us
looking-
looking off to the side.
Yeah, we're looking off to the side, but we're trying our best.
I'm
But as
looking
well-
looking at you.
Do you want to tell them about this other goal we had?
I think so.
Yeah, you want to hit them up with it? Or do you not remember which one it is? Oh,
No, I know which one it is.
You sure?
1,000 people. So it's a little bit smaller. It's not as big
Okay,
of a
we're
deal.
gonna do. Okay.
Not as big of a
Sure.
goal.
Oh, dude, my camera unfocused.
We'll do it in person. Instead of this whole through the computer, through the interwebs. He's over there, I'm over here. He'll be right there. We'll get a nice setup. We'll make it look pretty for you guys. 1,000 people, and we will do the podcast in person.
Yeah, I mean, we live 2 cities away. I mean, we're about 30 minutes, and so that's doable. I'll drive to him. But I mean, we kind of want to make sure that this is, a thing that we actually can do good at, which we believe. We say,
We are going to be
we're
good at this.
we're gonna be good at it. But so once we can get 1,000, you guys help us out. Tell your friends, tell your parents,
Spread the word.
tell your little brothers and sisters that
Tell
we
your
hate
fish.
them. Nah.
Whoa.
Tell your fish. Just tell the people. We get 1,000 people. We'll set up a whole studio. We'll deck it out. We'll do this thing 100% for real in person. Because I know when I listen to podcasts, Sometimes I get a little more upset because just the audio just doesn't sound as good.
Just doesn't
And
cut it.
sometimes it does. It just isn't as great. We just want to test the waters this way.
And it's easier to talk in person. More conversation gets rolling because you can see the person's reaction in real time and kind of get how they're feeling, just the vibe, how they smell, and what all they're wearing, you know, what they're doing with their feet, because you don't know what I'm doing with my feet. Do you know what I'm doing with my feet?
I bet you I could guess.
What?
They're spread out as far as they can. You ever seen like that? Like that's how spread out your toes are. I know it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You got the feet cam, so that's a different story.
Okay, so
Anyway,
we actually have a FaceTime call going right now, and it's just pointed at Braxton's feet.
it's just my palm toes.
my camera's off. He's just pointing right at his toes. Oh gosh, we're so stupid.
Anyways, we're
But
talking about toes. It's
I
time to
mean,
end it.
dude, we really have punched out just about another 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think I was almost correct at 25.
Holy
Wrap it
cow.
up right now. Finish it. Do the
Okay.
outro. We're done.
Everybody, thanks for listening. Episode 0 of Almost Related Podcast. We will be coming at you every single week. Don't forget,
We'll see
like,
you soon.
subscribe, share it with somebody else, and we hate your little brothers and sisters. Okay. See you next
Wait,
week.
what?
Peace.
Give me Knox. No, over here. Over, yeah, Knox. Bonk.